If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we're taking a look at another Godzilla Kong the New Empire figure. This time we're taking a look at the Playmates Toys Giant Kong with Beast Club. Yes, this is the second of the series that I'm currently collecting as far as like the giants go, because I have this and the Godzilla, but I'm also trying to get the Scar King, the Shimo, and the newly released Mothra. Keeping my distribution where I am is a bit iffy, so I may not get everything right away. I mean, I just got this thing like 2 days ago, and the figure released like what, like back in January, I think. So yeah, I'm quite a bit behind, but whatever. Better late than never. But with that being said, I'm quite hyped for this because I've been playing around with it, and I honestly have to say I'm kind of enjoying it a little more in some aspects than the Godzilla. Am I saying that this is a better figure? Maybe, maybe not. So let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. Taking a look at the sculpt and paint, the base figure on its own is going to be kind of similar to the Godzilla Evolved Giant, where it's going to be a pretty much a upscaled version of the 6-inch figure with some minor retweaks and retooling. And that's going to be primarily more what happens here rather than the Godzilla Evolved, because there was some differences with the Evolved. Here, it's going to primarily be again, based the same. The head features a pretty good gray spray. They kind of like circuloid around the entirety of like the front face. And we do kind of have like the sides of the head where they are like using the base brown color with all the fur detail, which kind of works better because Kong on the 6-inch figure had better detailing than the Godzilla Evolved. And so here, it's not as big of a problem because there really is no like smoothened out places unless it's like the bare skin area, which makes sense. Mine has a few paint nicks of the gray here and here, right out of the box because it was open box, so children probably got at it. And before you say, "Oh, why didn't you pick another one?" It was the only one they had in stock, so yeah. But we do have some nice eye paint. Thankfully, it's not like the 6-inch version where mine were like completely bug-eyed, and I think it was like that per all units. And so thankfully, we can actually see what the eyes look like properly, and he looks pissed. He blatantly looks pissed. The nostrils are actually sculpted pretty well, although they are not like overly deep in. They are deep in. Like if you want to talk about deep, look no further. Oh crud! Knocking over my light. Look no further than the nostrils on the Kong Skull Island 6-inch figure, which ironically, I know these two are not in scale. He'd be like 3 times his size. Um, but yeah, moving back to the giant Kong, as we can see, he is jam packed with a lot of nice detail, especially like in the mouth, because we have the individually painted teeth, the individually sculpted canines, and taking a look at the tongue. It's not as well sculpted as I think should have been, nor is the top of the mouth, but it does get the job done and is at least serviceable. And I feel like that's a good way to put this figure. A lot of the things here are serviceable. They're not done the best, but they are done at least to what they offered with the budget. And we have some nice sculpted in ears. And overall for the face, pretty well done, especially like the beard and how it's like all an open mouth. So going down to the chest, we have like all the major pecs. We have his like, I think that's like a 6-pack, and then we have like the man breasts, and then we have the slashes that he gets. Not okay. These 3 slashes he got from Skull Island. These 3 slashes he actually got from Godzilla. So I feel like that's a really good sense of continuity. However, even though the gray spray is done really well as far as like the pecs are concerned, I'm still not a fan of the way they're doing the scars because I feel like there should be at least a bit of detail, not just paint. I will say the paint application is actually done pretty well, especially like the peach application on it, but it's just, again, not done the best. I definitely would have preferred something, again, a bit more like sculpted in, but again, it's serviceable. The Beast Glove. Let's talk about the Beast Glove because there are some differences here. As you can see, the Beast Glove arm is obviously a back for this one. We have some like gears here, and we have like some more of like the strap and like the lining work. Let's see, VT61. I don't know if that's a reference to something. HT42. And then we have like the segmenting here on the glove itself with some painted in straps, which I don't believe, yeah, the original one did not have them painted, and the inside gear was also not painted. This guy back here. And the detail for the arm itself, like the base fur, again, still looks really good. It's just upscaled and definitely works a lot better. And then we have like the gray palm painted pretty well. Then we have like the brass knuckles, which are essentially what they are, even though they're definitely not made of brass. Apparently this thing's made from Godzilla, which honestly would fit continuity-wise. And as you can really see, like this has like a lot of great detail that I think works better on this than, again, the 6-inch version, because it's more compact. Here you can definitely see a lot more of those details that you see within the Beast Glove itself. So one final look here, and you can just kind of see like all like the mechanical components on the Beast Glove itself. Moving down to this arm, you can kind of see more like that burst segmenting, how it's all wavy. Not too much like as far as like paint goes, because it's all just one solid brown color. Except when we get to the wrists, where you can kind of see it's a lot lighter. Not too much in the way of like paint variety, but it does have a nice gray spray. At least I think it's a gray. It's the whole thing. No, it's not. It's just a spray. Okay, I thought the whole thing was gray. Like, am I going nuts? No, because like this side. But whatever. As you can see, it's definitely a lot better painted this go around than the other one, which was like the other two were just plain black. This actually has a bit of gradation from its brown color to its more gray coloring, which I definitely like a lot. Going on down to the legs here, we can definitely see like a lot more of those sculpted details here with the like the fur pattern and such going on down, and like all the segmenting. We do get some screw holes right here as well as on the back, which monkey booty. We can obviously see like all of those screw holes, but again, I've said this time and time again, and I'll continue to say it, I do not mind these screw holes. Well, I definitely think that I can understand why people wouldn't like them. I personally don't mind because I grew up with toys that had screw holes. And, okay, I'm just realizing, this Kong also has glittery plastic. I'm literally just realizing this now. It's very much, yeah, you can kind of see it right up to my finger. There's some form of glitter in there. How about that? Okay, so back to the legs. More wavy, kind of fur patterns. And we can kind of get to like the spray to the toes here. And I think it overall looks really nice as far as like the gray spray and how it like overall works with applying it to a much bigger figure and giving it some more intricate detail. But as far as like the sculpt and paint itself overall goes, I definitely think that the sculpt and paint definitely did a much better job on the Kong than it did the Godzilla. Just because the Godzilla just, some parts of it just weren't all that great, especially like the spray and the eye application and the spray on the stomach. Those were kind of disappointing to me. But as far as the Kong goes, this is actually really well done. And even though, again, it's just the same figure from the 6-inch blown up, I think that, again, because the original Kong was a lot more detailed as a figure, this definitely warrants at least a lot of credit where credit is due. So overall, I definitely think that this guy definitely got the better treatment of the bunch and really is well detailed, especially for a Playmates figure that's only like, what, $25? Yeah, still really good.